Welcome to the Ad Expert Podcast.
It's great to be here.
I want you to picture a scenario. It's a nightmare scenario for any business owner, really. You've decided to finally go big on marketing.
Okay.
You pour a massive amount of budget into a Google Ads campaign. You've spent weeks refining keywords. Your bidding is aggressive. You're targeting the exact right zip codes. The ad copy, it's snappy. It's perfect.
So far, so good. I mean, you're doing everything right.
Exactly. A potential customer in your exact target neighborhood sees the ad. They have the problem you solved. They get interested. They click. And then nothing. They bounce.
Ugh.
5 seconds later, they're gone. They're back on Google looking for your competitor.
The classic leaky bucket problem. You are paying for the water, the traffic, but the bucket has a massive hole in the bottom.
Right. It's like inviting everyone to a lavish party, sending out these gold embossed invitations, but when they get to the front door, it's locked, the lights are off, and there's a beware of dog sign.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Today, we are deep diving into exactly how to fix that front door. We're zooming in on the often neglected but absolutely critical art of the local ad landing page.
It is such a huge topic.
Yeah.
Because so many businesses, they obsess over the click. They obsess over the ad creative or the cost per click. But they completely ignore the landing. And that is where the money actually changes hands. That's where the relationship starts.
To guide us through this, we are unpacking a stack of fresh insights from Ad Expert. Specifically, we're looking at a guide called Mastering the Art of Local Ad Landing Pages by Sam Ashrafi, dated just recently, January 29, 2026.
Right.
We're going to break down the what and the how, but we're also going to look at the who, the agency behind this thinking.
Which I think provides some crucial context here. Ad Expert isn't just a content farm turning out generic articles. They are a Los Angeles-based online marketing and web development agency.
Okay.
And that geography, being based in LA, it actually matters for this topic.
That's interesting. Why does the geography of the agency matter in digital marketing? Isn't the internet everywhere? Can't you just run an LA campaign from a laptop in, I don't know, Antarctica?
You technically can, but consumer behavior is intensely local. Ad Expert has spent over a decade specifically serving clients in the local LA market. When you are trying to convert a customer in Santa Monica versus downtown LA or, Silver Lake versus Long Beach, those are different psychological profiles. They have different needs, different traffic patterns. Ad Expert has 10+ years of data on those specific nuances.
So they aren't just theorizing from a textbook. They've been in the trenches.
No, this is battle-tested. And if you look at the team sheet, you see why. You've got Sam Ashrafi, the founder, who specializes in local and e-commerce strategies. He's the one who wrote the guide we're analyzing.
Right.
Then you have Isan Nabavadi on the team, who is a heavyweight in SEO and professional analytics. So the insights we're talking about today come from that intersection of creative strategy and hard data.
I love that combination, art and science. So here's our mission for this deep dive. We are going to deconstruct the anatomy of a perfect local landing page, turning a generic site into a conversion engine. And then we're going to pivot to the high-tech side and look at how agencies like Ad Expert use things like AI and live tracking to keep that engine running.
Let's get into it.
Part 1. The core strategy. I feel like local landing page is one of those buzzwords people nod at in meetings but don't actually understand. If I'm a plumber or a dentist in LA, why isn't my homepage good enough?
It comes down to two things: relevance and friction. So Sam Ashrafi's guide defines a local landing page as a dedicated page targeting a specific geographic location.
Okay.
Let's play this out. If I'm in Silver Lake and I have a burst pipe panic mode and I search for a plumber, if I click an ad and land on a homepage that says we serve the greater California area, that's okay, but it's generic.
Yeah.
I have to think, do they come to Silver Lake? How long will it take?
Well, it feels distant. It creates a moment of doubt.
Exactly. But if I land on a page that says emergency plumbing in Silver Lake, and maybe it mentions being near the reservoir or Sunset Boulevard, my brain instantly says, these guys are close. They know where I am.
So it's a psychological shortcut for the user. It removes the mental load of figuring out if you are the right fit.
A massive shortcut.
Yeah.
And the guide highlights two main benefits here: conversion rates and visibility.
Right.
The conversion rate goes up because the user trusts you're part of their community.
Right.
But the visibility, the SEO side, is just as important. Google's algorithm is obsessed with relevance. If your page is explicitly relevant to the searcher's location, Google's going to rank it higher.
Okay, let's drill down on that. How does Google know? I see so many businesses trying to game this. They just copy-paste their homepage like 50 times and change the city name in the footer.
Oh, yeah.
We serve Pasadena, we serve Glendale, we serve Burbank.
Ah, yes, the old find and replace method. Look, I might have worked in 2015. In 2026, Google hates duplicate content. It
Yeah.
sees right through it. Sam's Guide is very clear on this. You need location-specific content.
What does that actually look like beyond just typing the word Pasadena?
It means addressing the reality of that location. You weave in local keywords, sure neighborhood names, zip codes, but you also need to address local concerns.
Give me a concrete example.
Okay, let's stick with a roofer. If you are a roofer targeting a coastal town like Santa Monica or Venice, your landing page should talk about salt air corrosion, moisture, rust. Those are the problems people there actually face.
Right, but if you're in the valley,
Exactly. If you're targeting Woodland Hills, you talk about heat retention, sun damage, AC efficiency. It's the same surface roofing, but the context is completely different.
that is smart. It proves you understand the environment.
It signals to the human, I understand your specific problem. And the guide explicitly mentions using references to local landmarks.
Landmarks, like we're located next to the Staples Center, or, well, whatever it's called now.
Exactly. If a dentist says, conveniently located 2 blocks from the Chinese theater, that creates a mental map. It anchors the business in the physical world. It proves you aren't just some lead gen form in a server farm. You are real.
That authenticity piece seems to be the theme here.
It's proving relevant existence. You're bridging the gap between a digital click and a physical service.
So we've convinced the user we are local. We've hooked them. Now we move to part 2, the user experience, trust, and action. Because we don't just want them to read, we want them to hire us.
Right. Traffic without action is just vanity metrics. You can't pay rent with page views. This brings us to key element 2, strong calls to action, or CTAs.
I feel like everyone thinks they know this. Just put a big red button that says click here, but the guide suggests it's actually a mistake.
It's a huge missed opportunity. The guide advises against generic buttons like submit or click here. Think about the word submit. What does that imply?
It feels like I'm handing something over. It's paperwork. It feels compliant.
It feels like a tax audit. It's high friction. Submit is what you do when you lose. The guide says use value-oriented phrases. Instead of submit, use get your free estimate or speak with a specialist today.
I see the difference. Speak with a specialist implies I am about to get help. Submit implies I am sending data into a void.
Precisely. It aligns with the user's intent. If I have a problem, I want a solution, not a form. And the placement is critical. Don't make them hunt for the button.
Now, alongside that button, you need to lower the risk for them to click it. The guide brings up something so basic I almost skipped over it. Trust signals, specifically phone numbers and addresses.
Oh, do not skip this. It is arguably the most important trust anchor you have, especially for local businesses.
But why? We're in the digital age. I don't want to talk on the phone. Why does a phone number matter?
2 reasons. First, for urgent services plumbers, locksmiths people want to talk now. If I'm locked out of my car, I'm not filling out a contact us form and waiting. I need a human voice.
True. Urgency demands voice.
But second, even if they don't call, seeing a local area code of 310 or 213 in LA and a physical street address, it validates the business.
It's the I know where you live factor. If things go wrong, I know you have an office.
Exactly. It removes the fear that you are a scammer. The guide says, put the phone number right at the top. Don't hide it. Scream legitimacy.
Speaking of screaming legitimacy, let's talk about visuals. This is key element 4. The guide warns against stock photos. But stock photos are so easy, and they look perfect.
They look too perfect.
Yeah.
And that is the problem. If I go to a local mechanic's website and I see a photo of some male model in a spotless blue jumpsuit, my brain just says fake.
Yeah, real mechanics have grease on their hand. Real bakeries have flour on the floor.
Exactly. The guide emphasizes using high-quality images of your actual business. Show your actual truck with your logo on it. Show your actual team. The authenticity converts better.
And you pair that with social proof.
Right. Testimonials.
But not just, great job, John. Embed the Google Reviews widget. Link to your social media. Show that other real humans have used this service and survived.
It's the herd mentality. If everyone else likes them, they must be okay.
It's risk mitigation. You are constantly trying to lower the risk barrier for the user.
Okay, so we have the content, the trust, the visuals. Now we have to get under the hood. Part 3 is the technical foundation. The guide gets into URL structure. This feels a bit nerdy, but why does it matter?
It matters for the robots, specifically the Google crawlers. Key element 5, URL structure. Before Google even looks at your text, it looks at your address.
So mysite.com page 123 is bad.
Terrible. It tells Google nothing. It tells the user nothing. You want mysite.com/Santa Monica-plumbing or mysite.com/need/only dentist.
Short, descriptive, relevant.
It's a signpost. It helps the search engine categorize you instantly. And it helps the user, too. If I see that URL, I know exactly what I'm clicking on.
And the other technical pillar, and I feel like we shouldn't even have to say this in 2026, is mobile optimization. You would be surprised how many businesses still fail this. The guide is emphatic. The majority of local search happens on mobile.
Makes sense. If I'm looking for a coffee shop, I'm probably in my car or walking down the street, not sitting at a desktop.
Exactly. You are in what designers call the thumb zone. If your landing page loads and the text is tiny, or I have to pinch to zoom to read the phone number, or the call button is too small to tap,
You're gone. You've frustrated the user before they even said hello.
speed and usability on mobile are non-negotiable. If you aren't mobile first, you aren't local. Period.
So that's the blueprint. Local content, trust signals, authentic visuals, clean URLs, perfect mobile experience. That's the what. But I want to shift gears to the how, because executing this at scale is hard.
It is. It's easy to do one page. It's hard to do 50 for every neighborhood in LA.
That's where the agency context comes in. We talked about Ad Expert at the top. How does an agency actually pull this off? The source material mentions they are data-driven. What does that actually mean?
It means they don't guess. A lot of business owners market based on gut feeling. Ad Expert looks at 10 years of conversion data in Los Angeles. They look at competitor analysis.
So they know that in this zip code, blue actually converts worse than orange, or that a certain phrase works better in Venice than in Burbank.
Exactly. They build the strategy based on what has historically worked. And this extends to the writing. The guide mentions precise copywriting services.
Precise is an interesting word for writing.
It's creative, but it's engineered. They focus on semantic keywords.
Can you explain that? Semantic keywords.
Very different from old school SEO. That was just stuffing the word plumber in the text 10 times. Semantic SEO is using words related to plumbing, pipe, leak, drain, water pressure. Google's AI is smart enough now to understand the context of the topic.
So it's writing for a sophisticated algorithm that reads like a human.
Right. It increases the relevancy score of the page without making it sound like a robot wrote it. It tells Google, this page covers the topic comprehensively.
Now, here's the part that really caught my eye. The source talks about real-time marketing insights and live tracking. This feels like a shift from the old agency model.
It's a massive shift. The traditional model is the agency runs ads for a month. At the end of the month, they send you a PDF report. You look at it and say, oh no, we wasted $5,000 on that bad ad 3 weeks ago.
It's an autopsy. You're looking at a dead body to figure out what killed it.
That is a grim but perfect analogy. Yes. Ad Expert's live tracking is like checking the patient's vitals in real time. It gives you a bird's eye view of everything: social, email, paid ads, right now.
So if an ad is flopping on a Tuesday morning, they can see it immediately.
And they can kill it. Or if an ad is doing unexpectedly well, they can double the budget instantly. You are optimizing on the fly. You aren't driving by looking in the rearview mirror.
That saves so much money.
It maximizes ROI. You're reacting to the market as it moves.
And I assume this is where the AI integration comes in. The source mentions they use AI for targeting and analytics.
Yes. And this isn't just we use ChatGPT to write emails. This is using AI for pattern recognition in huge data sets.
What kind of patterns?
Imagine looking at millions of data points across LA. A human might miss that emergency dental searches spike in West Hollywood on Friday nights. Or that people searching for luxury landscaping in Bel Air respond better to video ads.
But an AI.
And AI spots those correlations instantly and adjusts the ad spend to capture that traffic.
That is wild. So the AI is finding audiences that the human strategist might not even know exist.
It delivers innovative, data-driven solutions. It's a competitive edge. If your competitor's manually guessing and you're using AI to target, you win.
So bringing it all back together, Ad Expert basically says you need the art, the local feel, the trust, the authentic photos, but you need the science, the URL structure, the AI tracking to actually make it work.
That's the synthesis. You can't have one without the other. High-tech targeting with a low-trust landing page fails. A beautiful landing page with no targeting fails. You need both.
And for the listener, this isn't just theory. This is available right here. Ad Expert is the LA-based partner for this. They do everything from Google Ads management to Shopify development.
And importantly, the source highlights their commitment to building long-term partnerships. They aren't looking for a quick churn and burn client.
And awesome reporting. That was a direct quote from the source material.
Transparency matters. If you have live tracking, you have nothing to hide. You want the client to see the wins as they happen.
So here's the question I want to leave the listener with today. We've given you the blueprint for the page. We've told you about the tech. But I want you to look at your current marketing setup.
Yeah.
Are you driving with the windshield or the rearview mirror? When you look at your local data, are you seeing what happened last month, or are you seeing what's happening right now?
Because with tools like AI and live tracking, real time is the new standard. If you aren't pivoting today based on today's data, you might already be behind your competitor who is.
A scary thought, but a necessary one. Check your landing pages, folks. Are they local? Do they build trust? Or is the front door locked?
Time to unlock it.
A huge thank you to the insights from Ad Expert and Sam Ashrafai's guide for fueling this conversation. It's been a fascinating look under the hood of local conversion.
Always a pleasure to dig into the details.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.